What's going on, everyone? Jake Morgan at Shady Creek Marina in El Dorado, Kansas. Starting this video off inside the boat, which I don't normally do, but I already had it running. It is a muggy, humid, spring, almost summer day here in El Dorado, Kansas. Today, I have a nice used Chaparral that I want to go over. This is a 2019 Chaparral 19 H2O ski fish that I'm sitting in. This is a great option for the beginner boater that doesn't know if they want a fishing boat or a runabout, because you can do a little bit of both in this. I'm going to walk around and show you the condition of this boat and some of the features that make it that fish ski model, as well as show you the engine running, go over the instrumentation up here on the dash a little bit, get out of the boat and give you a walk around on the outside and the overall condition of this boat. This is one that we sold new. The gentleman just traded this in on a 23-foot Chaparral that we had, a 2025. And so we have done all the service on this boat and we know the full service history. And let's jump into it. First things first, 85.7 engine hours here. It does have an hour meter built into the tack. We got a trim gauge, depth, service engine light, fuel, volts, temp. It looks like our temperature is not working. This is the first time I have got in this boat, so that's something I'll have to check out. Speed, not showing anything. We're sitting in a parking lot. It does have a Garmin Striker on it, which does have GPS capabilities as well as regular US2 sonar and some other features. But yeah, up here we got a blower, which I can hear kick on, horn, a auto / manual run bilge, some courtesy lights, which the courtesy lights are there and there. Those suckers do kick on. And this accessory power switch does run that little striker right there. Do have tilt steering, 2-speaker stereo. All right. This is our 4.5 200 Merc Cruiser, coming right along. So I have some still photos. I already took still photos of this boat set up in fishing mode. So what that looks like is that seat turns into a rear fishing chair. That seat turns into a bow fishing chair. And then this cushion comes off and there's solid surface under there, solid surface under there, and your seat base pedestal and solid surface under there. So you can remove all three of these cushions, put your seat base pedestal up there, and run and sit up there and run your foot control trolling motor and beat the banks like you're bass fishing. And this is wireless, which is cool. And it's doing what it needs to be doing. So you can take that to the back of the boat and fish the back of the boat if you wanted to and run the trolling motor from up here. Same with this hand remote. This is going to control our trolling motor. This trolling motor does have GPS capabilities, so it can pinpoint you into a single spot. And this is a 24-volt trolling motor. The trolling motor batteries are in the rear. They are underneath there along with the crank battery. And just like in the bow where you can remove all of those seats and make a big casting platform, you can do the same here. That starboard cushion, that port cushion, and this center cushion all can snap out and make solid surface. That piece comes completely off. So you could have the whole width of the back of the boat there as your casting surface. We do have an onboard charger, a digital Minn Kota 3-bank 15-amp onboard charger, which I have tested, is working. And then these 3 batteries here. We got our 2 trolling motor batteries here on the starboard side with a circuit breaker disconnect there. And they are hooked up to the onboard charger. And then our crank battery is over there on the port side. I did just test the navigation and anchor lights, which are both removable, and the trolling motor itself is removable. So if you wanted this boat and you didn't want to utilize any of these fishing functions, you just wanted a little 19-foot runabout, you can take that trolling motor off and let it go. It's on a quick release, so the power comes, just pulls straight out. You pull that pin there, and you can take that trolling motor and go put it in the garage if you're not going to go fishing that day. We've been storing it inside so it doesn't walk off. And you do have a good ski locker here for your skis and wakeboards and just general storage. That is what the seat base pedestal looks like for the rear fishing chair, which is cool because I like the offset, because especially up in the front, because you can use it to help recess yourself a little bit and give yourself some more leg room. It does have this snap out kind of woven vinyl. If you didn't like this woven vinyl, this is textured underneath here, so that's gonna be nice anti-slip, and that's good anti-slip. That's Chaparral quality anti-slip, not something, you know, gritty, painted on sandy stuff like they used to do, or some brands still do. Over here on the port side, you do have some rod tubes there in that sidewall, which is nice. A little bit of rod storage. And then from the windshield back, this is textured if you end up stepping on it to get on and off the boat, but it's nice and flat too, so this would be good surface for mounting rod holders. If you want to do some trolling, same with that, from the cleat to the end of our texture mark there. You could mount some rod holders there. And then there's tons of flat surface on the swim platform to really take advantage of this as a fishing vessel, because you don't have that outboard to maneuver around or reel, you know, retrieving fish around and trolling from the rear. You can take advantage of that, not having that outboard, by doing some rod holders there in the back. It does have a bimini top. The bimini is completely removable, so if you knew you were going to be fishing all out that day and you didn't want this sucker in your way, take it out, leave it at home. All right, that wraps up about everything I got on the inside. I kind of breezed over the quality, or excuse me, the condition on the inside. Everything's great. There's not an issue in the upholstery on anything. I saw a little mark right here on the inside of the driver's chair, but that is not even completely through the upholstery, and that's maybe a quarter inch long. But everything looked great. All the upholstery looked great. All the glass looked great. The flooring looked great. All the hinges and latching and the inside of all the compartments and the compartment carpet looked great. Yeah, everything's kosher on this cosmetically on the interior. I'm gonna go ahead and hop out and give you a walk around at the outside. I'm gonna shut this off actually. So far, from what I can tell, the only thing that we need to address before this is ready to sell is that temp gauge is not giving us a readout, or it's not working. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna put my shoes on. And I'll be right back with you. Why does Jake shoot all these videos in one take? I hate editing videos. It'd take me an hour to edit a 10-minute video, and that's not good for my time, and what's bad for my time is bad for your wallet. So let's do everyone a favor and just get it done. All right, exterior of the boat. Give this sucker a walk around. We are on a Chaparral packaged Coyote trailer. It's got some water spots I need to work on getting off, but going past that surface level into things like this, you do have a little, I mean, that's a sizable mark, but it's nothing that would cause me concern or need immediately addressed. It's not through the gel coat. That's something that I can feel with my fingernail, so that may not buff out, that may need color matched and resprayed, but that's a cosmetic thing. That is not from an impact, that's just from a scratch like on a dock, so that's nothing that would cause me concern or need immediately repaired or investigated. He does have this keel guard that has been added on, which is in good condition. We did that install. The bottom of the boat, all of the starboard side and running surface, these running chines, the whole bottom here, all this looks great. No signs of any impact or repair, no signs of any obvious damage or intentional beachings or anything that, or repetitive beachings. This all looks good. Well, here's a little mark. Let's see if I can get that on camera for you. Yeah, that's showing up. There's a little mark. That's on the port running chine. That's about 3-4 inches long, but that is not through the gel. So that is not something that I would want to get repaired from a structural integrity standpoint, that if you chose to get that repaired, that would be a cosmetic choice. All right, looking on the exterior, there's a little bit of rub right here. That's probably from a dock. This is typically the area of the boat where I see rock chips, and this all looks good. A little bit of a mark here. That one is small enough that would buff out. The rub rail looks great. No hard impacts. Just some cosmetic wear. Again, I'm on the port side still. There's some cosmetic wear here in the rear. All the lettering looks good. This rear corner here, we got a little mark there, but again, that's cosmetic. I hadn't seen anything that would make me want to investigate as far as, has this been repaired before, or does this need repaired? No, this is all cosmetic exterior stuff, common for a boat that's been used. Yeah, that's my walk around on this thing. The trailer looks in good condition, not chipped up, doesn't look like it's been traveled or trailered a whole lot. Side guides, ratcheting transom tie downs. We did put a brand new prop on there. Yeah. Well, if this is something that you think you could see yourself spending a day on the water in, give me a shout. And that's about all I got for you.